Oh, chum, now we're gonna do a podcast. You got your crumpets and your fucking biscuits.
No, I got them in my pocket though.
Good.
Oh wait,
muscle
wait,
morning.
hold on. The charger.
Gotta clear your throat.
I'm so sorry. I had an intrusive thought and then it went to...
What the
fuck was in your mouth? Peace eyes.
Ready?
Let's do it. Welcome back, Johnny. What is this? What's going on?
We're doing a new series. This is called Good Muscle Morning
Wow, alrighty.
with Johnny Content.
Johnny Content and
Yes.
Gage Schmidt. Pleasure to meet you guys. This is our Drive-In Discussions podcast. Inside of Muscle Car Concepts Assembly Room plot twist.
Big old plot twist.
So, Johnny was here for the first few podcasts. He was here when we were first starting in our podcast studio. Question is, Johnny, what's changed?
Literally everything.
Actually,
Starting off with the whole morale of the shop. I mean, when I first came here, it was dirty, unorganized, not even clean, dusty. Everybody worked hard still, but it was just unorganized, unclean. I mean, you could barely walk around how many cars were in here when I first started 3 years ago.
it needed a facelift.
It needed a whole facelift. We're still working on it, but as of right now, we can actually have a podcast right now. I mean, it's still early in the morning, and we just turned lights on. It's miraculous here. It's a Wednesday. It's hard to believe.
It's easy that at any moment you can walk around with a camera and feel comfortable about this is where the shop's at and we can represent the shop just walking in at any moment. And obviously things are still improving. Things take time, especially when you have a big vision and it's not just one person building it, it's a team of people. Thankfully we have an amazing team who's all grouped together over a common vision, and that's what...
It's truly a family, if you step back and think about it. I mean, just cleaning the shop, it's amazing. 3 years ago, nobody would sweep up. Nobody would clean, nobody would organize, nobody would put away their tools at the end of the day. But
It's different though. It's not that it was a bad shop or anything. That's not what we're suggesting. It's that
there's a whole different morale 3 years ago.
it
versus
is.
now.
We have a goal to take this as far as we can. And so we see those little things as really important as stepping stones to getting to that goal. If a body shop, for example, isn't typically clean, nobody really expects when you walk into a body shop for it to be clean, organized, parts where they need to be easy to track, someone could just jump right in and start. You don't necessarily expect that, but if we could deliver on that, that would make us stand out. And if we keep doing things like that, eventually we just develop in a way that benefits everyone in the shop.
I do agree.
I like what you said about the family thing.
I do.
You and DJ, every time we walk up here, and it's just you guys teaming it up, taking on the front, customers, everything, every issue that goes on. I mean, that's inspiring for everyone else in the shop.
And it's not, the issue's not even like about a car, like, oh, we're missing this part, oh, we got rust here now that we found it, oh, a bunch of can of worms open up on a car. No, it's more about the business is what me and DJ really focus on. Trying to get more of a family-based oriented family and a team here to work on these cars. On top of that, trying to create goals every week, trying to create meetings every week so everybody stays on the same page. And making sure Todd knows what he's doing every week and make sure everybody knows their goals, what they're doing, and let everybody know that we're here for them, no matter personal or business-wise, whatever it is, we're here. And we actually take time out of our day to talk to them, because at the end of the day, it's all about talking and not working.
It's communicating. It's being on the same page. I mean, you guys can work independently and not collectively, and it might be less efficient than spending 30 minutes to have a morning meeting to get on the same page and understand everyone's individual role in the goal, and then gives everyone credibility to hit that and follow the steps it takes to achieve that goal. But it also creates a team environment where it's like, hey, you have this goal by Friday and I see that you're slacking. I have a little extra time and I can help you. Kind of helps the whole team come together and see where does everyone need to be by the end and where can we pitch in to help each other. We got some big updates with the upholstery.
So for the longest time, we always talked about having an upholstery team here.
And an A++ upholstery team, like custom.
Not just taking not just taking a regular skin and throwing it on the seat and hogging it and calling it a day. No, I'm talking about you want some purple flake vinyl and some Indian fabric on your seat. Here, you want custom bucket seats, all leather, French stitch, all that. We can do that here. That's brand new. We got someone starting July 7th, and we totally revamped the shop for the upholstery room.
Well, yeah, we made room for it. We set space aside so we could have a successful team.
So, in an upcoming video, we'll show you the upholstery room, and we'll let you know what's up. And if you want upholstery done, you let us know.
What is that? Is that vinyl tops? Is that convertibles? Is that full interiors? Is there any limits?
Well, let me just tell you, it's all the above. So here we are going to do vinyl tops, tonneau covers. Let's review that.
We do anything with fabric, my friends.
Anything and everything with fabric besides. Okay, anything and everything fabrics with cars.
Right.
I don't want to do your house furniture unless it's like a car couch.
I saw one Eleanor Mustang turned into a car couch, and it was very nicely stitched. So if you want something like that, not to say we couldn't do it.
Have you seen what years are those? Like Cadillac, like a '50s Cadillac couch. They took the back with the wings and turned it into a couch. Those are pretty cool.
Todd was talking about doing that with the Galaxy.
Yes, he was.
So we got this showroom that we built.
Yes, he did.
Is that just so we can make coffee in it, or what's the purpose of that?
The showroom that we updated, that you've seen in the past videos, it totally changed, and it surprises me how many people that haven't been here for a while show back up, and just the expression on their face is just, wow, this shop is different. It's
You can see the morale improves. There's a hope. There's a, whoa, hey, you guys are doing something, and I can see it when I walk in. It looks nice. It looks presentable. And we want that image to pass through every aspect of the shop, from the individuals to the customers to the employees, everyone.
bingo. So it's not just about the employees seeing a nice car and going back there and working on it to make it that nice. It's more for the customers to see, hey, this is what we can do. This is how clean our shop can be. And it's really to get the customers engaged when they walk in the door.
Yeah. Boom, first thing you see, is a nice 61 Impala, perfectly straight in a deep dark red. I don't know what you'd call that color.
It's like more of like a wine, like a candy brandy wine, but not a candy brandy wine. But it's very similar to a candy brandy wine.
And
You know what we need up there in the showroom?
What?
I think we need snacks because everybody's hungry. But on top of that, I think we need some coffee because everybody loves a good cup of joe.
Dude, you know what's better than looking at a 61 Impala? Looking at a 61 Impala with a little bit of coffee. So, to walk then into where we're currently at, we're in the assembly room.
Yes,
It's
we
at
are.
Muscle Car Concepts. My question to you is, how have you influenced this side of the shop specifically? Because this is kind of your home territory more than any other parts of the shop until now where you're more up front.
Yeah. Ask that question again.
Well, I'll lead into it with what I've noticed, and then it might inspire something. The way everything's designed, laid out, organized was Johnny taking an initiative and saying, look, we need functionality, but we also need it to be presentable.
Yes.
And so I know you guys can't see it in this specific podcast, but at some point you will get consistent updates.
You can be
and
like, link to this video. Check out the sender.
link here.
Right here. Am I pointed
Is he doing it, folks?
right here?
And
There.
it's nice. It's the small things. It's the small details. The floor is clean. We have all our parts organized on a shelf
Yes.
so that, hey, 61 Impala, grab the parts off the shelf, open the bin. What do you need?
I think for the shop, especially the assembly side, this is my home territory. That's out of all the categories we got here, assembly is one of the coolest ones for me personally because I can assemble this car, make it run, make it powerful, make it loud, cool interior. I've done the rest of it. It's amazing to see just a bare shell come together and be able to drive, and to see that customer's face knowing you did the final work and the final polish and the final details on that car. But for the mechanic side, it's more, I think we changed the lifts positions 4 or 5 times
Literally.
just to get into the right flow of things. From the flow to the organization to just literally just sweeping up the shop and picking up things like,
New
why is this
habits.
here? Yeah, new habits.
New processes, new efficiencies,
Yes.
new ways of looking around saying, what can I do to improve, and then actually acting on it. And then that snowballs into, as you do those things, you can get better people that want to work with you. And talking about better people, our fabrication team is
Kicking ass. Major ass.
why.
We had this old junky bead roller that had, I don't know what it was. It was like an on-off switch for like a fuel pump or something, like a transfer pump. But that was on-off switch and the regulator to go fast or slow on this bead roller. And it was all janky, wired up wrong, and the throat was like 20 inches deep. That was it. So Mike, one of our head fabricators back there, he's like, I need a new bead roller. And we're looking, and he's like, you know what? F this, I'm gonna make one. I need this metal. I was like, no way, you're not gonna make one. He's like, yes, I'm gonna make one. Well, he made one. It's not done yet, but the throat on it is 5 feet deep. Instead of 20 inches, it's 5 feet deep. You can do a big 4x8 sheet, probably even an 8x8 sheet, doing all these custom bead rolls. You can literally make a mural with that bead roller. That's how clean it is. That's how straight it is. That's how just beefy it is. I bet you can throw probably maybe 10 gauge in there and it'll probably bead roll. Okay, probably not, but it might work. From that to, we got 3 good guys on fabrication right now, and they're kicking ass. We are pumping out these cars faster than what we did 3 years ago.
And to jump back on to Michael, highlight everyone because they're all individually, I'd really like to say experts. You can always improve, but I mean, really, shouts out to them. Mike took the 68 Jaguar. I mean, this
Wow.
thing was not only rusted out, but crashed, wrecked, restored improperly. So it's not just fixing a single piece of sheet metal.
Let me add this to that
Yeah.
68 Jaguar. Right off the bat, when it first showed up, I was honestly kind of scared about it. I didn't know. It's European. It's foreign, or is it British? I think it's European. I don't know. I could be wrong. Yell at me in the comments, okay? But it's a foreign car. We usually do muscle cars here. We've never done a Jag. I was scared to initiate. I was like, okay, let's do this, but it's also like scary because it's a whole different ballpark as far as restoring it. It's different than a true muscle car. American did it different than foreign. But Mike came in. He goes home and he watches videos. He studies on this every night off the clock. And then he comes and says, hey, I watched the guy build the structural part, and this is how we need to do it because we had to cut the rockers off. We had to cut the whole floor out. He made this brace inside of this thing so meticulously, so many angles. He's like, yeah, I watched this guy do it, and this is how we need to do it because it won't even move. I was like, okay. That from the whole hood was messed up. I mean, there was probably a foot-long gouge that they just covered with filler. He straightened it all out, got it all clean, got it within an eighth of an inch.
I mean, that's
everywhere.
by just tapping it. This isn't by cutting it necessarily and replacing it. There were some parts that were replaced, but Mike has this skill of like turning metal back into smooth original metal.
Yes.
And that's what he did with all the body of the 68 E-Type, because it's basically all perfectly, body lines are there, and it's still in the metal phase.
Yes.
Which is awesome. That's how it
It's-
needs to be. But you were saying with the front?
The whole front was a brand new front was, I think, what, 20 grand?
26.
$26,000 for a front, brand new. But the problem is, it still don't fit with the crap because it's aftermarket. So we had $26,000 to work with to get this front clip straightened. And by God, if it's better than a brand new front clip.
It's great. No, he perfected those body lines. And that's what the customer wanted. I get that in 68 they weren't always perfect. And some of what we're looking at, I think the customer's looking at, is what kind of car shows is this going to enter? And some of them, there's a concourse perfect Jaguar restorations, and you can take it to those car shows. I think it won't be necessarily a factory clone, but I think it'll be absolutely perfect.
It'll be a show car. It'll be a show car.
Not just a show car. I think it'll
Be
really
deeper.
it'll be like Pebble Beach, like
Yeah,
like perfect.
that's what we do here.
And that's just one person. That's the influence.
That's
of one
just
person.
one car, one customer. Now times that by 38.
We have 38 customers.
We got 30 cars in here right now. This is just assembly side. Wait till you see the back. Through that red door over there
We don't tell them,
lies a lot more cars that are secret.
right? In skeleton mode.
What?
We got Andrew behind the camera pointing and saying that you can see further back in the shop, but
Don't worry about that orange car back there.
I don't think they can see it.
Yeah, they can. It's so hard to see though.
So, I was going to ask you, what have you noticed change in the fabrication side over the last year and a half?
Number one, like I said before, morale. Morale has really improved. I mean, just cleaning the shop. They noticed me cleaning the shop and organizing it, that they just took matters in their own hands, and they cleaned back there. They sweep up every day. I mean, God bless them. They're amazing. They're funny to talk to, but at the end of the day, they're here to get shit done, and they get shit done. Just the fabrication side alone, they hey, we need this tool, we need that tool. If you can't get it, I can make it. Just like a fabrication table, we need a big 4x8 metal table to fabricate, make new parts, make new sheet metal.
Or frames to put the cars on to roll them around.
Yep. So, for example, we got 4 or 5 cars coming in that just got done sandblasting. We need a cart to put them on. And this can't just be any car, slap it on there. This needs to be a nice level cart that we can adjust it to make it level, high it, lower it, whatever.
Paint the underside with it.
And something like that you can't buy. We went out, Mike and Clint talked, and they came up with a design, and we're getting the sheet metal from Rivers, shout out Rivers Metal. They're going to bring it in, we're going to make 3 carts, and probably a rotisserie to attach to that cart so we can turn the whole thing. So it's going to be a rotisserie, but also like a frame table too.
I really want to highlight this. This is why I like working here. We take problems that are hard to solve,
Salt.
and not only that we solve them, but we just like pull it out of thin air.
Yep.
Talk about the cart design that you came up with. Basically, we wanted to organize the shop as efficiently as we could imagine. So we talked about a concept of, well, what if when you get a car like this Thunderbird and you tear it all apart and you send it back to sandblasted and it comes back, while it's sitting and while any of it's not being worked on, how can we organize all of it collectively so anyone brand new could come in and understand this is the car, this is everything that goes with it. And John came up with a whole cart that would fit a car, the tires, the motor,
It's
the
actually
training.
2 carts. I think one cart was for the interior, and the other cart was for like the exterior and the hood, the engine. I mean, everything down to the nut and bolt, down to the motor, down to the transmission, down to the rear axle, to the front axle if it's got one, and the tires and the hood, everything. We are, especially here, we're having a problem finding these parts when we get to assembly stage that, oh, it went missing, oh, we don't know where it is, oh, we might have threw it away. So I came out and I designed, it's still in the designing stage, it's in the final designing stage, but it's a cart, 2 carts, I think they're like as big as a car, and I think 6 feet tall, put on heavy duty casters. But the thing is, hey, where's the parts for this Mach 1 351 Mustang? Or Boss 351 Mustang? It's right here. All of it, right here. What about the wheels and tires? Right there on the side. What about the knobs for the radio and the tow right there? Everything for that car is on these carts. Instead of, putting the shelf in this shipping container, putting this shelf in the semi-trailer, putting this shelf in the wash bay, it's the glasses upstairs in the glass area, go luck finding it because we got 100 cars worth of glass in there. Everything's on a cart.
We wanted to automate it so that it was foolproof.
Automation, man, that's a big word. That's in my vocabulary now, but 2 years ago that would not be in my vocabulary for business-wise. Wow.
And to just bring it full circle on the cart idea, I really enjoy it. I can't wait to show you guys. Good design. Obviously they are movable, so if you had something, hey, it's going to be here for a year or two, and we need to make room, a big cart the size of a car takes up space. Wheel it outside, tarp it up, there you go.
But on top of that, we can have dedicated guys that goes through each and every cart to get it ready for assembly. So when assembly guys pull that cart out, the axles are painted. The axles are already gone through, ready to go. The engine's painted, it's cleaned up, it's refreshed, it's ready to go. The transmission, the tires are brand new. All the parts, nuts, and bolts are replaced with brand new hardware. Everything's ready to go. So I want to get a couple guys just to go through the carts to get everything ready. So when we do assemble it, it goes faster. And like painting hood, when the hood's painted, you put it back on the cart, the fenders, the deck lid, the fenders, all will be painted and put back on. So when it comes time to assemble it, boom, ready to go. So we don't have a hood just sitting there. It can be on this cart, ready to go, up and out of the way, and movable at any given moment.
So to kind of wrap this up, because we do have this thing called shop hours where we do work.
We're kind of cutting it close, aren't we?
Right? What's Johnny's purpose at muscle car?
Well, my all-time goal, or my all-time purpose, and this is why I think I'm here, is to provide value and happiness to anybody and everybody. No matter who it is, no matter how rude they are, if I can provide a hint of value or a hint of happiness or both to that said person, my purpose here is fulfilled.
And how are you going to do that?
My hard work, number one, but how I'm doing that here is from the customers I meet to the employees I bring in to all these vendors, all these other shops that I meet and do business with, even to my boss. I still try to provide value and happiness to them. It's even back here, I mean, every given day is like running around with a head cut off. That's just the way it is. But just talking to them, you just got to step back from the business and be a little personable with them and be like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how's this car going? Are you doing good? Let's just try and, I like this you said a couple of weeks ago, is be the grandpa. Be the grandpa in the business.
He's Grandpa Johnny.
I'm Grandpa Johnny. That's that's my new nickname or something. But if you think of what a grandpa does, they don't come with an answer right away. They don't tell you what to do right away. It's more, they sit back, they ask you questions, and they give you the answer.
They let you find that answer for yourself.
You try to get them to figure out the answer that they're trying to ask you, but they answer it themselves. It's a true perspective. We'll tell you more on that, but I'm trying to be a grandpa here, trying to provide value and happiness here. But the all in all goal is to make true. Fuck you.
No, it's cool. That's funny. It's hard when
Like
you're talking about yourself because it's yourself. But what I see working here is I'll be in the podcast room, our official podcast studio, and I'll just hear Johnny yelling from the top of his lungs. Literally, you could be outside and you hear it. Anyone hears it, and it's great. It brings up the morale. It creates an environment where everyone's fun, lighthearted, having a good time. You can come up and say, hey man, I messed up. Hey man, I need help here. Hey man, this is what's going on. Like an honest feedback system where it's not necessarily you're going to get in trouble, but it's like we're working together and here's my situation and here's how I can help.
It's like, you did it, you fucked it up, you're going to fix it. Here's how you fix it.
We're going to work together to fix it, basically.
There you go. But I'm not loud, am I?
Yes. Yes.
You can hear me in the podcast room,
I can hear
even
you
though
from outside.
we got, what,
Sound
2
good,
inches of foam around the wall. We got carpet on the floor, and we got 8 inches of insulation on top. You can still hear me in there?
You could be in the backside of the shop and I would hear you.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's just lively, and you know that's something I think we're all grateful for, and that's part of you kind of put. I'm not gonna say you put yourself aside, but you focus on what that person needs in the moment, and usually that's just Johnny's funny, usual cowboy self, and I guess the shop's very thankful for that. Clearly, it's made a difference.
Apparently it did.
So this was something different for our viewers.
Yes, it
if you
was.
are a podcast listener on Spotify or potentially Apple Music, what it do. If you're watching this or listening to it on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. We're taking YouTube so seriously. You will not see us. We will be everywhere. So if you don't know us, you will in the future. Nice
Yes,
to meet
you
you.
will. On top of that, if you guys want to see anything or you want to see some different content, you let us know in the comments.
Just let us know. Like, that is what we need, your input. If you have a crazy idea or a stupid idea, or you got a 3-year-old that's like, I want to see this, like, let us know.
Seriously.
And the last question, what is Muscle Car Concepts? Leave them off with a bang. What do we do? Who are we?
Like, my mind just blanked there for a second, I'll be honest.
We do anything and everything cars. I mean, I'm talking custom fabrication. I'm talking custom paint specialization. I'm talking focusing on quality. I'm talking if you want the underside of your car to be as nice as
Be a mural.
a mural.
If you want us to paint a lady and some pinstripes and make it gaudy underneath your car, so when you put a mirror at the showroom on the show and they see that underneath, they're like, oh my god, like a low rider. I mean,
Ooh.
come on.
Ooh. So basically, there's no limitations, and I noticed that we're hugely focused on detail. I mean, that's the difference between a show quality piece that, I mean, really is out there representing some of the nicest car builders and people of this industry. I'm not going to say we're the best of the best, but I'm saying we're trying to get there.
To get to the point,
He wants to end this.
no,
I know, we're having fun.
tell you a breakdown version or a quick sped up version of what we do here at Muscle Car. Number one, we are Muscle Car Concepts. We specialize in custom fabrication, custom paint, custom bodywork, custom upholstery, and custom assembly side. If you want a 502 Chevy motor inside of your show car Chevy Chevelle
Or Ford
SF,
Mustang. We probably wouldn't do that.
No
The owners
Chevy,
don't
no,
know.
Ford and Ford, Chevy and Ford. I'm not putting an LS in a Ford. You can hate me in the comments, but we do anything and everything custom. Custom with the K now. Concourse builds, one-off restorations. If you can dream it, we can build it. And that's what we do here at Muscle Car Concepts. Thank you.
Thank you, Johnny.
Pleasure. I get it. God, my fucking ass hurts.